Great morning, Facebook. Hopefully, you're having an amazing start to your day. As you jump on and say hello, I'd love to know 2 or 3 things that you are grateful for. Always start your day with gratitude. We're coming to you live from Austin, Texas. We're attending an awesome event here on how to buy, sell, and exit businesses with Mr. Keith Cunningham. One thing I was thinking about is we were teaching ethics to our new Performance Coach University students a few nights ago. And during the ethics course, one of the questions we asked that I think is good for everyone to think about, which is when push comes to shove and you get put in a very, very tight position where, there's multiple options available, you've got a choice, so there's at least 3 options, you're thinking through what to do, but when you're really squeezed, what's your ethical identity? And an ethical concept is something, as we covered, where there's multiple options where both are actually correct. And there is no one that's right or wrong. There's no more right or more wrong option. They're both ethically, they're both sound options. Obviously, there's different emotions, different experiences, different opinions of what people will feel and think about you by choosing either option. But I'd love to know, just if you toss a comment in the little comment section here, what is your ethical identity when you get put to the test? Are you someone who, will risk everything to benefit others? Are you someone who will, in the end, always do what's right for you and your family? Are you someone who prides yourself on being a giver, a taker? Are you always the winner no matter what? How do you view yourself and your ethical identity? It's a really important question just as far as life is concerned, because if you know that about your partner, if you have a partner in life who is your business partner, your intimate partner, someone you're dating, someone you're married to, and they will win at all costs. If y'all get put in a sticky situation, pretty much what's going to happen, because that's how they view themselves, that's how they view the world, and that's how they view any situation that occurs like that. At the same time, if you have a partner who they will give at all costs, it's a very interesting. Cameron, great to see you. Just listen to Toto in Africa. Ethical definition, an emotional discussion to have. I hold the bent line of family. Wow. I hold the bent line to benefit others and my family, and I hold the strict line when people try to get over on me or others. Wow. Cool definition. I like that. So for everyone else out there, join in. I'd love to see, what is your personal ethical identity? One that I've learned over the years is I've always been a giver. And I've always somehow found other people who are givers as well. But what's interesting, the one that kind of throws you for a loop, and you want to think this through in your own ethical identity, is sometimes I view myself as a giver, where I'm like, I always love to give, I always love to help, I always love to serve. But there's times in life where I become a taker very quickly. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just have to be real and notice, wow, if I ever get put in this situation, I notice myself pulling back and not wanting to give like that. And so not only, what is your ethical definition, but what are your pop fly rules? What are those rare rules that on occasion when something like that happens, all of a sudden you might change your identity and go about it a totally different way? Also, who you're in relations with, your partner, your friends, your family, what's their pop fly rules? Wouldn't you want to know if you're dating someone that like, hey, they're always a giver, unless you do this, and then screw you, it's all me, goodbye. It's like, wow, I know their rules and I know their identity. I know what they hold themselves to, so that if push comes to shove in that moment, again, I know what's going to happen. I can clearly see how it's going to unfold. And you prepare for it. And then you just know it. And that way you're not disappointed. You don't have high expectations of them always acting a certain way and then one day they're totally changed. You just realize that's part of who they are. No judgment. You're not there to tell them what's right and wrong, good, bad, up, down, left, right. You just realize it's like, wow, I know how that'll show up. Let's see. Ryan, the golden rule, treat other people how you want to be treated. Absolutely. The only challenge I would throw out to that golden rule is, what if you're treating others how you want to be treated, but they're treating you very differently, which is actually how they want to be treated. And you're standing there and you're both treating each other different ways, expecting the other one to return it and being like, what the hell? Why aren't you giving it back? Carolyn? How am I live? My wife just yelled out, she's getting ready for the event. She said, treat everyone like it's their birthday. That's her ethical identity, which I can see that because she treats pretty much everyone like it's their birthday. Kaylin, good morning. So mine is something I picked up along the way is I always liked being the nice guy in a situation and doing what's best for other people and trying to help. And I realized sometimes you can't always be the nice guy. Sometimes being the nice guy is actually screwing over the other person because you're not standing firm and helping them really be accountable to what needs to happen. So I learned there was a second part of that phrase that existed, and I'm a nice, what was the phrase? I'm a good guy, not a nice guy. I'll always do the right thing, but I'm not always nice about it. And that way it's like, hey, when I come down to what is right, and in our session we actually gave a handful of different ways to identify how to make an ethical decision, which we got some great feedback and people really loved it. We gave about 4 different ways to do it, but when you have a filter to identify what is right, and then based on that, you don't have to be nice about it as long as it's right. So the last thing I'd throw out there is once you've identified your ethical identity, let's see. Amanda, good morning. I agree with Ryan. The golden rule is the way I operate. Even when people don't return my integrity, morals, and ethics, I can't control others, but I can control how I react. Beautiful. I love that. So the golden rule there is still in place. Do unto others as you want done to you. And realize, hey, I release how they're going to react. All I know is what I stand for and how I share it out. And that's what matters to me in the end. Wonderful. Cameron, everyone needs to feel like it's their birthday every day because it is. Every morning you wake up, start anew. Your wife is right. Well, hey, she's going to agree with that, and I'm going to agree with that too. Happy wife, happy life. I've learned that. But she hates that phrase. But the truth, the beautiful aspect there, though, is I really do agree with that. Anyways, I've got to go get ready for this conference. Hope you all have an amazing day. If you are interested in performance coach training or anything like that, go to performancecoachuniversity.com. If you know someone who needs to work on their ethical identity, click share and send them this video. Or if you have a partner in life, a business partner, a relationship partner, intimate partner, share the video with them and ask them to, come up with their ethical identity, and you guys can share it together and get to know each other a little bit better. Anyways, have an amazing day and see y'all later. Bye.